we know that getting through the regulatory process was tough. And I swear, I hope it didn't take you from 2000 to 2011 to get through it. It took 2 years. We really are in the right place to know how to address this. In fact, you all have become in a short time one of the most talked about breweries in the region. And just looking at the number of the apparatus that you've added, if you go through, you start with, I guess, small size, what do you call this thing? Vats? Fermenters. Fermenters, okay, yeah, you all do that, didn't you? That's a fermenter over there. In any event, the apparatus is a reflection, I think, of the growing business that they have here. And we understand there may be 2 additional breweries that are opening up somewhere in the District of Columbia, or certainly in the region, fairly soon. So you all have helped to carve the path for others who want to compete with you, serving up beer. So again, I want to thank Brandon, I want to thank Jeff for allowing us to be here today. I also want to thank you for something else. How many of you seen the beer can yet? How many of you read it? Oh, those of you who have, wait till you read it. There is a message on there about DC statehood. Yeah. And I hope that there are others who produce products in the District of Columbia that do precisely the same thing. It's a message that talks about New Columbia. And really it is quite forward-thinking. So I'm going to make sure that people know that. In fact, I'm going to maybe take a couple of cans out of here and deliver that message to some folks. I'm going to be on the radio later today, so I think that I will communicate that message while I'm there. Maybe promote DC Brau in the process. Anyway, I hope all of you will take a look at the cans before you go. So, with that having been said, I want to invite up Brandon Skall, who is one of the co-owners, along with Jeff Hancock of DC Brau. Please join me in thanking him for hosting us today and for having done an interesting job of getting a new business over here in the District of Columbia.
Hello everybody, how's it going today? I guess it's going pretty good if you're at a brewery on Friday morning. Worst places could be. Well, first of all, I'd like to start off by thanking everybody for coming out today. I'd like to thank the mayor for taking the time to come to DC Brau and recognize us. Some of the things that he said there was quite really nice to hear and a little overwhelming. So I really thank you very much for the comments that you had about us, Mayor. I'd also like to thank Harold Pettigrew, who helped set this up and also helped us a lot as we were going through the regulatory phases of opening this business. Jeff and I are both DC natives. We grew up in Washington, DC, and this city is a part of us. It's a part of our hearts. It's a part of our coming of age and where we grew up here, so we're very fond of Washington. And it was really important to us that our company represented Washington, and not just Washington, but DC. To us, the District of Columbia has got 2 sides. It's got the side that everybody thinks of when they think of politics and the president, and it's also got the side of the locals and the people who live their lives here and grew up here. I myself have got a baby, 4-month-old. We own a house in the district, and I hope that the district will be the same experience for my son as it was for me. But it was very important to us that the product and the brand was from Washington, D.C., and we represented that. That presented a few regulatory problems because, as the mayor did mention, we were kind of trailblazers in this industry. There had not been a brewery of this sort in the district for over 50 years. Had we opened our brewery in Virginia or Maryland, there was a lot of other businesses like that already open, so there was protocols already set. So a lot of the problems we faced were, how do we take this business where we don't essentially have a model for on the books and regulate them and guide them through the process? So I really do have to thank Harold a lot for the help in getting us through that. And once we did get through it, we were able to, as I mentioned, blaze the trail for other new businesses. There's currently 2 other small breweries in the district, and there's 2 more in planning in the district. And it was very important for Jeff and I, for the city to have a brewing identity, which is something that we're going towards. There's very small cities throughout this country and towns throughout this country with populations of 400 people that have a craft brewing identity. And we figured, why shouldn't our home, the capital of the nation have this identity as well. So as the mayor said, it wasn't easy, but I think when you're opening any business, it's not easy. You're investing your time, you're investing your life, and you're taking a lot of risks. So I'm really happy that this task force is being created to help other folks who would like to open their own businesses in Washington, D.C., strengthen the economy in Washington, D.C. from a grassroots, ground-up perspective. And I think this task force will have a lot of benefit for the city. Once again, we're so honored for you guys to come out today, and if anybody would like a tour of the facility so we can show you what we do here, we're more than happy to do that. But thank you once again for coming, and with that, I'm going to step aside. Thank you.
I'm just reading the message one more time when I can. And I know every one of us will study those cans as much as we possibly can. Anyway, I want to thank you all, both of you and Jeff, for having us here today. Now, the task force that we have assembled is charged with scouring the district's rules and regulations. Something really exciting task, doesn't it? To do that, to figure out how to make the District of Columbia an easier place to do business. For those who have read our 5-year economic development plan, you know that one of those things is to become the nation's easiest place for one to be able to do business. So this is really an exciting opportunity to move us forward.